Hey guys, Rich here, Rich's Custom Marine and Auto. Today we're working on this 2005 V6 Mustang. Customer concern on this was that the engine would crank over and not start. So we brought it to our shop, and you can see the air intake is off. Two things that'll cause that real quickly would be spark or fuel. So I just push the throttle valve open and sprayed some starting fluid in there, and the car fired right up. Also, when you turn on the key, the fuel pump, you should have a nice sharp buzzing sound, and this one was more of a grunt or a groan. So you need to remove the back seat, which I'll go over and show you in a minute how you do that. And then behind the driver's seat, you've got that black cover. That's where you'll access the fuel pump, and we'll get in there in just a second. Alright, so here's the back seat out. What you'll do is you can kind of feel underneath the seat, and you'll feel this opening right here, and then there's this little bat wing looking deal. When you push that in, you can see what it does to that tab there. Let's try and get a little better shot of that. It moves in, and then so that'll disengage, and I'll show you same thing on the other side. And those little tabs engage down in the holes here and over there. And then, of course, the back of it will slide into those. So I'm going to go ahead and get this cover off and then show you guys what's down in there. Okay, so to get this connector off, it has, I call these locks. That little red deal there, which is usually pushed up more this way. So just take a flathead screwdriver real carefully and push that thing back. And now that that thing's unlocked, we should be able to squeeze it. And then that connector comes right off. So, pretty straightforward there. Now with that thing out of the way, we can work on getting the fuel line off. Okay guys, and to disconnect the fuel line, it's actually really easy on this. Clean up around this real good. This green ring, if you press in on that, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get you a decent view of this, but just push down on the fuel line, then push that in, and then this will pull off of there. So actually one of the easier disconnects I've seen. So at this point I'm gonna go ahead and clean around here a little bit better, so that it all looks like this over here, and then we'll be ready to break this ring loose and pull that thing out of there. Alright, so we've got the ring off of there now, the lock ring. I wanted to point out that right down there is an arrow. It's important that the arrow be in the same spot when you replace the pump. I believe that's because of the float, for knowing what your fuel level is. So make sure you take note of that. And also, as I recommend in other videos, you may want to snap a picture. Just take your phone or take a camera and just snap a picture down in here. That way you know what the orientation was when you put everything back together. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and lift that thing out of there and show you what we got. Okay guys, full disclosure, this thing's kind of a bear to get out of here, but if you look, see if I can show you, on the back side, there's a line right there. You can see the little green release button to push. I believe that's a feed line that goes over to the other side. So we'll have to disconnect that. And what I can tell you for advice is, as you're working this thing out of there, just go really easy. Just kind of rock it back and forth, and you'll have to, like this little deal, you have to work it out, and then be careful over here. Just kind of slowly work that thing, and it'll come out of there. So let me get that line disconnected, and then see if we can get this thing the rest of the way out of there. Alright, so this is what the fuel pump module looks like. You can see on the sock there, the filter that's had some kind of nasty stuff go through it. Pump is right there in the middle. There's the float for your fuel level gauge, which is that assembly right there. And yep, so as the fuel level goes up, it does that, of course. You will have to, as you're getting this thing to come out of the tank and that float is in your way, you will have to tip this thing like so. You know, tip it to the side in order to get that to come out. I believe you can go on to probably like Rock Auto, I believe is where I saw them, and you can get just a replacement pump itself. In this case, customer really needs this thing back kind of as soon as possible, so the best I could do was to get the entire assembly through O'Reilly, and so that's what we'll end up doing. Hopefully, I'm sure it probably comes with a new O-ring, but there's an O-ring that goes underneath here. That thing will stick on your car, more than likely, like ours did. Once you get it broke loose, you can actually just pull it over this edge and just pull it off of there so it doesn't drop down inside. But so that's what it looks like, guys. Again, I know a little bit redundant, but you want to take note of where that arrow, it's probably not going to show outside here, but there's an arrow here on the top, so you know you have your orientation right when you go to set the new one in place. Alright, so we got our new fuel pump module assembly. Looks correct. We need to take, probably hard for you guys to see, but we need to take this cap off so we can hook the line up that goes on there. The fuel sock looks a little different than the factory original one. That's not really all that uncommon. It's kind of a normal thing that you see when you deal with aftermarket parts. They're similar but different. And then we've got the new O-ring, and then it's got the arrow. It's got the arrow that we were talking about before, so when that goes in the car, it'll sit just like that. So, alright, I'm going to get set up to get this thing in there, and we'll get her done. Okay, so just start feeding it back in there the way it came out. You got to tip it, of course, to get the float in there, and then we'll get it down there where we can get the line hooked up to it, and just kind of work it real gently back in there like you did when you remove it, and it should drop down in there. Make sure you've got your O-ring on there. You can see I'm holding ours, and you'll be ready to go. Alright, took me both hands to get that thing in there, but it's in there, and it is spring loaded. That's normal for it to spring up, so that it holds a little bit of positive pressure to the bottom of the tank. We have the arrow, not this one lined up the way it's supposed to, and then so this will also take two hands, but then the retention ring can go on there and get tightened down. I've tucked the fuel line that hooks up here back under there, and then the electrical connectors over here, so those things will dig right out and clip right in. And so we'll show a shot of that real quick before we put the cover back on. Alright, so not sure how well this is going to show up there. There's a little tab that actually locks underneath each one of these. Every one of them has it. You'll see it on the ring. I should have showed you guys before I tap that thing down, but you just want to make sure you get that ring turned enough to the right to where those lock in. And then that way that thing has no way to back off. Again, make sure you've got your O-ring in there so that it's all sealed up, and then should be able to put your line back on. Not a lot of slack on this electrical cable. Okay, that thing went in, and then we'll go ahead and push this lock that we talked about before. Push that thing forward like so, and that's what it should look like when you're all done. And then now we can actually go ahead and test it, see if the vehicle runs. So let me get set up to do that. The first thing I'm going to do is cycle the key a couple times, and we'll check for leaks. All right. Looking down there, everything looks dry, so that's great. Okay, we'll go ahead and start the car. Do one more quick check here for leaks. Good and dry. So hey guys, thanks for coming along on changing this fuel pump assembly out on this 2005 Mustang V6. Appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. We're at about 410 subscribers now. We're trying to get to 500 and beyond. So help us out with that if you would, and watch some of our other videos. We just video stuff as it comes in the shop, guys. So hopefully some of this stuff comes across and you're like, hey, that would actually help me out. I've got some shorts and other stuff that I've done. Appreciate you guys once again. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.